But I kept it on the hush-hush because it's not, you know what I'm saying, something that I just want to put out there and say there are bad people overall. But as an experience for me, I haven't, like...
I think some people have different social norms. So what may be, you know, normal for them may not be normal for us. And so just because we're in the United States, we have a certain level of customer service. So we want that for everyone. But, I mean, it's their restaurant.
Right.
You know, so it's just different.
Yeah, that's a bar. Everybody do have different social norms. But I wouldn't expect to be left at the door.
Right.
Now, for such a long time. And then when someone else walk in, they get, you know, to go sit down. You know what I'm saying? They get meat and everything.
Oh, that's different.
I'm still standing there. See, and I try to keep it on the hush.
I know what you're talking about.
What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. Super excited about this video. If you're new to us
and we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, all right? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
Number 10, the Greeks. Greece is one of the oldest countries still going. They offer tourists ancient ruins, great islands, amazing beaches, gyros, and a steady helping of FU go back where you came from. Around 30 million people visit Greece every single year. The government and shop owners love that. The locals aren't always on board with it. They have a reputation of being rude. I don't think it's
now, I heard people say, hey, we overcrowded over here. I don't got time for y'all being over here, especially if y'all tourists or out of towners. Y'all need to go back to where you came from. People actually feel that way, like, real talk. I
am heartbroken. I wanted to go take my picture with the dress.
Man.
Look off in the distance.
Yeah. So all of that, like, so what do y'all do? Y'all really feel that way or what? Like, let us know.
Oh, I'm heartbroken.
I feel like the people that watch us and really support us aren't rude.
We gonna go to their house. We're going to be around their friends.
Well, they get to vouch for everybody. So
okay.
These are the ones that come back and around and be like, here's a message, y'all. It's not what it is.
Be nice to the Demouchet.
Yeah, just be cool. Be easy.
Is as rude as people might think. A lot like here in the United States, Greece, they have a tendency to talk a lot with their arms and a little too close for American and, let's say, British standards. You know, they get a little too close when they're talking. I think a lot of Westerners or people from North America kind of view this as them being rude. Now, granted, like all countries, they have some rude people that are just rude, but I think a lot of their reputation comes from that. 37% of the people surveyed had Greece listed as one of the 3 rudest countries. Number 9, the Turkish. Yeah, Turkey's got kind of a reputation for having rude residents. Like Greece, they have a lot of history going on here. Istanbul, which used to be Constantinople, played a big part in the Crusades. This is where a lot of the European crusaders passed through to go to the Middle East and cause all kinds of problems. I mean, Constantinople served as an imperial capital for almost 16 centuries. All the way back to the Romans, the Byzantines, the Ottomans, they all had this place as their capital. Turkey offers a lot more outside of Istanbul. They've got a lot of history here, a lot of great things to see. Turkey sees around 50 million visitors a year. Actually, in 2019, before the pandemic, they hit 52 million. So they see a lot of people going through here, and not everyone's on board with how cool they are there. 41% of the respondents had Turkey as one of their 3 countries with the rudest locals.
All right.
Number 8, Italians. I mean, how can these people be so rude? They got pasta, pizza, they got all the good food here. In my opinion, Italian food ranks right behind Mexican food. Yeah, that's just me. Maybe if I grew up in Europe, I'd feel the opposite about that. But Mexican food, then Italian food. That's how I see it. Italy has some of the most amazing cities to see. Think about it. Rome, Milan, Venice, Florence, San Marino, which actually isn't part of Italy, it's its own country. Yeah, most people don't know that Italy has a small country inside of Italy. It is San Marino, and it is east of Florence.
Look, go ahead, man. You got something?
Oh, wait, hold on. Let's.
Florence and south of Venice.
Okay, so the comment said that it's the only country they've been yelled at for not ordering an appetizer.
For not ordering?
That is hilarious.
I wouldn't imagine, like, someone, I literally would not ever imagine someone yelling at me for not ordering something.
They want you to enjoy the whole menu.
I just don't see that happening.
But see, me, I'm a person, when we go eat out, I want the appetizer.
Facts.
I want the meal.
Facts.
I want the dessert. I want to try one of your specialty drinks.
And she leaves a tip.
Oh, a big one.
Big one. I'd be like, how you order all this food?
With a note.
And with a note. Now listen, y'all know that we have a lot of different cultural restaurants here.
Yeah.
Plenty.
Yeah.
And there was just one restaurant that I used to pick up food from, and it was an Italian restaurant, pasta pizza, big old pieces. I'm talking about bigger than your dinner table. Mm-hmm. And I must admit, like, I had very bad experiences there with the people that work there, and they're Italian-owned company, so. But I kept it on the hush-hush because it's not, you know what I'm saying, something that I just want to put out there and say there are bad people overall, but as an experience for me, I haven't, like...
I think some people have different social norms, so what may be, you know, normal for them may not be normal for us, and so just because we're in the United States, we have a certain level of customer service, so we want that for everyone. But I mean, it's their restaurant,
right?
You know, so it's just different.
Yeah, that's a bar. Everybody do have different social norms, but I wouldn't expect to be left at the door,
right?
For such a long time. And then when someone else walk in, they get to go sit down.
That's
you know what I'm saying? They get meat and everything.
Oh, that's different.
I'm still standing there.
All that.
See, and I try to keep it on the hush.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they're on the rich
Erase
side.
everything I said.
on that little side of town over there.
That was horrible.
Yeah.
Experience. My bad.
But nothing wrong though.
I
Other
try
than
to
that,
think
but
up for
hey,
the
but let me
people.
also put in they had a few nice people in there. But for the ones who was running it, I'm talking about the big dogs, taking orders, register, there was.
I forgot all about that experience. I am so. My husband said what he said. He sure did. Y'all was rude. While the other people walked in and got served, huh?
Yeah, that happened.
Our money ain't good.
Stop. Quit it.
Italy sees over 90 million tourists every single year, at least in the last 10 years. That's about what they see, over 90 million. That dropped down considerably during the pandemic years, but in normal times, they see about 90 million people. And a good percentage of those people apparently think the Italians are rude. Italians actually have a reputation for being rude. I mean, they didn't invent the middle finger, the Greeks did, but the Italians, they sort of perfected it. In Milan, they actually have a statue of the middle finger pointing at the Italian Stock Exchange. Not even kidding. Here it is. For a country that invented banks, they really don't like bankers too much. 41% of the people listed Italians in their top 3 rudest locals.
But I want to keep in mind what Wifey said, that there are people with different social norms.
Right.
Bro, that is a bar. I just got to keep that out there as a cliffhanger for some folks so y'all don't take everything literal. Some people literally, like, there are some locations where staring is okay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's some locations where bumping shoulders as you're walking past you is okay.
Right.
So we got to look into that too, you know?
I mean, that's why you not only need to research laws when you go to new countries, you need to research how the people are.
Yeah.
What's their customs? What is okay to them? What is normal to them? You know, especially us traveling while black.
Yes,
you know, you need to, because a lot of things, because of what we're used to, we could think that it's something racist, but it's not always that. You know,
it's a social norm.
Right. It'd be a hard pill to swallow, but
yeah. But let's just go ahead and draw the line with racism. Racism is racist. I ain't gonna never give you no easy pass for that one. That's.
But I don't want to get locked up in nobody country either.
All right, bro.
So
they got that then.
I'll just talk about you on the vlog.
Next time, let's keep it going.
Number 7, the Spanish. This one caught me by surprise. I know quite a few Spanish people. They have never been anything but friendly and nice. But apparently, if you're a tourist in their homeland, they're not too keen about it. I was reading one travel blogger, and he said that it's mostly the younger kids, younger people, I should say, the 30 to 20 to their teens. And they're the people that don't like a lot of tourists. The older people sort of like it, or at least they like the money that's being brought in from the tourists.
From the business
I find
side.
this one a little strange. I don't know if it's accurate, from my experience, I should say. But apparently, if you go by the survey and the polls, the Spanish people aren't too keen on people coming to Spain. Spain sees about 70 million visitors a year, and 45% of the people surveyed had Spain as one of their 3 countries with the rudest locals. Number 6, the Chinese. Now, I couldn't tell you personally, whether this is correct or not. I'm going by the survey on this one. I've never been to China. I know some Chinese people, not very well, but the survey says that they're pretty rude to the locals. I did a little reading, and apparently you go into the rural areas, and they really like you. If you get in the cities and stuff, they're kind of rude and abrupt to foreigners. But the locals in the rural areas, they're almost happy to have you. 46% of the people surveyed had China as one of the 3 countries with the rudest locals. Number 5.
I think these surveys, I don't know how they doing them.
That's his supporters. On his page.
Supporters.
Yeah.
Oh, because I finna say, like, maybe they could do, like, a real tour of what countries are the real rude countries by having a different group of ethnics. Get together on the bus and just go out there.
Oh, I like that idea.
Yeah, I got a lot of ideas.
I like that.
I got plenty of ideas. Great ideas.
Because we're all going to have different perspectives of things.
Yeah, and different approaches.
Yeah, because that's nice that you said that, because almost every time we hear a black person go to China, they always almost always have a good experience.
Yeah.
So that was interesting.
I think I'm gonna keep some of these nuggets to myself.
You should.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
You should.
Y'all just be on the lookout. Watch for it.
Americans. Yes, the United States is number 5. I know a lot of people from other countries probably just gasp. How could they be number 5? Shouldn't they be number 1? No, we're really not that rude when you're coming here to be tourists. I mean, if you end up in the wrong place, like New Jersey, you'll probably think differently of us. But for the most part, in most of the country, people are pretty decent in the tourist areas. Not just New Jersey. You might want to add Hawaii onto that. Hawaii's not too keen even about other Americans.
Okay. You know what? I said number 1. I was joking. We are some pretty decent people. We are. It's just, you will run into some people that's like, ugh. The entitlement. The arrogance.
Yeah, I would hate for people to, end up in the wrong side of town. And it's not necessarily a bad place. It's just bad, rude interactions that you can have. Like, you ain't going to get robbed or nothing. You're going to get talked to or looked at or approached in a weird way. It's there.
Don't come around election season. Stay home.
Especially if you got like a Starbucks drink in your hand.
That's
just asking for conversation.
Nope. No, it's us being in Walmart and randomly.
Yeah.
Blah blah should have won. It was rigged, sir.
It's like they said almost they said like to where they know it's gonna trigger some people.
Yeah, like you looking for a fight. I don't care. Go about your business. Yeah.
Like I was grabbing something out of the aisle one day, and this man just randomly started talking about elections to me, and I'm like, "That's nice to know. I'm glad you have your perspective." He's like, "But what do you think?" And I said, "I gotta go. I'm out of here, sir. You can try that with the next person, because I'm cool. I'm straight.
You ain't about to be stalking me because I have a different opinion."
Coming to that state. Now, if you consider gun violence rude, we're hella rude then, because we got a lot of that here in the United States, in case you don't know and you're from another country. That's like my advice to anyone coming to the United States from another country. Make sure you know where the dangerous neighborhoods are. I mean, any neighborhood has the potential to be dangerous, but we have some that if you don't know about them, could be a serious mistake. So keep that in mind. You should know little things like, go see St. Louis. The arch is neat and all that's really cool. Don't go see East St. Louis. Don't make that mistake. Go see downtown Detroit. Don't go outside of downtown Detroit and you'll be fine. Go visit Chicago. Just don't go too far south from what they call the Loop, which is the downtown area of Chicago. Things like that. 51% of the people surveyed had the United States as one of their 3 countries with the rudest locals. Number 4, Russians. Russia is another country that has people that I think sort of get a bad rap. Because it's their culture and the way they do things, it doesn't jive with a lot of, especially Western countries and their citizens. Russians are very to the point and very blunt about everything. There's no like gray areas with them most of the time. And they don't sugarcoat much when they're talking to you. So a lot of people might think that's rude. The people that I know that have visited Russia, they're kind of 50-50 on it. Some say it was great. Some people say they were kind of rude and mean to them. So you don't know. But in the survey, 53% of the respondents had Russia as one of their top 3 countries with the rudest locals. Number 3, Germans. Yeah, Germans are rude and everybody knows it. They can't help it. They got a little that Russian thing going too, where there's no sugarcoating anything. It's very blunt, very to the point, very matter of fact. And like I said in the Russian part, that Westerners find that a little abrasive sometimes. My experience with Germans has never been good. The ones that I know, the ones that I've talked to online, they're always seem to be rude. It's like their thing. I don't know what it is. One thing I've always heard over and over, and I kind of got that vibe too, they always get that thing where they think they're better than everyone else. Now, that's an opinion by a lot of people, not like a fact. There's no arrogance metric, you know? Germany normal years sees about 40 million tourists. And 61% of the people surveyed had Germany as one of their 3 countries that they felt had the rudest locals.
And that is interesting to me because Germans is one of our top 5 supporters on this channel. And because we talk about social issues, especially about race a lot.
Uncomfortable conversations at that.
Yes, that's why in one of the videos I'm like, what do y'all like about us? And it was like they like how honest we are, you know, and that's why it always puzzled me when people say that Germans are rude. Obviously, we have not been to the country yet.
Right.
But I don't know, it's just
it's different.
Maybe it's the southern in us.
Hey, when it comes to mental matureness, we have a few countries that's like they here with it, like they understand, like they know how to have a conversation and not be argumentative or moved by something that we're doing on our channel. So they really, gain a lot of respect that way with us and back for it, So give respect, you give respect type of stuff.
Yeah,
so.
We had a lot of like heart to heart. I'm saying we, as in y'all too.
Yeah,
I'm saying heart to heart with us, but also with you guys because y'all know we go through the comment sections and we, talk back to y'all. We had a lot of heart to hearts with Germans, so that's always puzzling to me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
2, the British. Now, this is amazing because of all the people surveyed, the #1 country of origin of people that said the British were the rudest were the British. Yeah, the UK says British are the absolute rudest people in other countries. It's like these people know how they are and they just own it. I've always heard the phrase ugly Americans when they're talking about Americans going to other countries and being tourists and how we're just rude and stupid and everything else like that. But apparently it's the British are even worse than us. 63% of the people surveyed had the United Kingdom in their top
3. Okay, so that's one I could believe. I'm sorry, I don't know what it is about us that y'all don't like, but y'all do not like us. Baby, we get rude comments sometimes, but baby, y'all top 1.
Ugh.
Y'all #1. And it's like we like learning about, everybody, but it's like y'all don't cut us no slack. Baby, we was talking about groceries. Y'all ain't in on us.
Yeah.
About groceries.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Yeah.
Those conversations. Groceries, y'all.
3 for rudest locals. All right, before we get to #1, don't forget at the end of this video, we have these little things where the algorithm suggests other of my videos that you should watch. Why don't you click on one and see if the algorithm's correct. All right, on to #1. And #1. The French. The French have a legendary reputation for being rude. There have been jokes about how rude the French are since forever. Everybody knows it. It's in jokes. They do things about how rude the French are in movies. There was a movie with Dudley Moore years ago where he played an ad executive who had like a breakdown and started telling the truth, and he created an ad that everyone loved. It showed an Italian woman cooking some pasta and said, "Come to Italy, we're nice. We're not like the French." And it showed a guy with a beret flipping the camera off. So that kind of gives you an idea. Now, don't take that as an opening because I made a reference to a movie that shows how something's a stereotype. For some reason, whenever I mention a movie, that's like someone's defense. Oh, he's basing his opinion off a movie. No, that's called an antidote. My opinion is just like the rest of the world's opinion on the French. They're frickin' rude. They got some good wine, though. You gotta love their wine. In 2018, France saw 89 million tourists. Now, their target for 2020 was 100 million, but the pandemic kind of set that sideways. We'll see if they get their 100 million here in the next couple of years now that we're getting out of the pandemic. 71% of the people surveyed had France in their top 3 countries with the rudest residents.
All right, y'all, we're going to end it right there. That was interesting.
Yeah, make sure y'all go check out his channel. He got a lot of interesting videos like this. Okay, so the French. So y'all know we're from Louisiana. We have a lot of remnants of French culture. And I don't know. How can I say? I'm not going to say it.
You want to keep it to yourself?
I'm going to keep it to myself.
All right, well, let me just say, if you want to change the world, you start at home. You know what I'm saying? What you put out into the world is going to be the impact of the world.
Yes.
And we want to see our generation come up positive, you know, working hard, killing it,
Yes.
and giving back what it's supposed to give back. Other than that, if you ain't doing none of that, you're going to have a very, very rude population of people.
Right. So when you go to people countries, just respect the culture. Immerse yourself with the culture. Talk to the people.
100%.
All right? Be positive about everything. Don't always negatively judge things just because your country doesn't do it. You know,
don't let one grain of salt of negativity ruin your entire day or interaction with one person.
Right.
Or many people at that.
Yes. Be the positive you want to see in the world.
That's power.
All right. So we hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Like this video, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. We have enabled our super thanks if you like to support the channel that way, as well as our reaction request form is in our description box below. We'll see you soon.
Peace.